Funny how? Like a clown? Here to fucking amuse you? It's good stuff. So, I have a question. How different would the original Halloween have been had it taken place on a different holiday other than Halloween? And what about the rest of the franchise? Would it have affected the popularity of the series and the pulp culture phenomenon that was Michael Myers altogether? Would the series have been as successful as it still is today had it been an Easter property or a Christmas property? Would it be as popular? What if he stabbed his sister Judith on Easter Sunday back in '63 rather than on Halloween night? What if he escaped from Smith's Grove? I'm having trouble saying that word. Smith's Grove. What if he escaped from Smith's Grove on... What if he escaped from Smith's Grove? God damn it. What if he escaped from that asylum on Christmas Eve versus Devil's Night? What if he stole a Santa Claus mask versus the mask we know and love? Or a bunny mask? Or a St. Patty's Day leprechaun mask or something?
I'm the leprechaun.
What if? Keep in mind, nothing else would change story-wise, besides the fact that we'd be replacing all of the visual and thematic elements of Halloween in the fall season with that of a different holiday. So while you would lose those scarier elements that accompany the Halloween season, such as jack-o'-lanterns, paper skeletons, animatronic witches, and so on, you would still have Michael Myers escaping from the asylum, stealing a costume that fits whatever holiday is currently underway at the time, and going on his intended killing spree. So, while you may not have paper skeletons and black cats and witches, you may have Easter eggs and giant wooden bunnies, and Myers running around in a giant Easter bunny costume. Or maybe he's running around in an Uncle Sam costume, stabbing people at some 4th of July block party celebration, while giant sky flowers explode overhead. Same thing with Christmas. Although we've seen the Santa costume thing time and time again, would it not be just as scary to see Myers running around in a Santa Claus mask stabbing people, strangling Christmas carolers, and like running over mall Santas with a Smith's Grove's car and whatnot? Smith's Grove. And that goes for any kind of holiday that accompanies some kind of visual theme. St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Arbor Day, forget about it. I mean, anything goes, really. Would it matter to you? Would you like the original 1978 film and its respective franchise that followed less had it not been a Halloween-themed property? For me, I would say no. I think it would still be just as good and just as effective. I think I would like it just as much as I do now. Halloween for me is the best time of the year. It has a lot of great atmosphere, and its built-in spookiness easily sets the tone and the mood for a film like this. But Halloween is not great because of its choice of holiday. It's great because of its plot, its atmosphere, its characters, its villain, its hero, its writing and directing, its lighting and cinematography, and its original score. Again, don't get me wrong, the Halloween stuff is great and it's my preferred time of the year, but the film stands on its own and is a force to be reckoned with regardless of its choice in holiday theme. The plot doesn't rely on Halloween whatsoever and could in fact be placed during any time of the year, holiday or not, and the film would still be just as great. It could be the middle of springtime with Michael Myers out there stalking and killing people with no mask on whatsoever, and the film would still be great. Does the Halloween ambiance help us feel a little more in the mood? Sure. Does the Halloween stuff help make the film feel a little scarier and a little more ominous? Maybe. But that's also because the film is called Halloween and is set around Halloween. By that notion alone, even before you watch the film, you're already in the mindset that this will be a movie that is some way involved with Halloween, so you're pretty much expecting those visual elements that pertain to the holiday. If the film were called Christmas and set around Christmas time, with all those Halloween assets replaced with Christmas counterparts, those visual cues would help sell the film in the very same way, albeit for a different holiday. I mean, it's all psychological. And the same would apply for any of the other holidays that contain strong visual elements. Ones that could be exploited for ambiance, of course. The white mask is absolutely iconic and is absolutely frightening. But I'm sure had the film been set around Easter or Christmas, Tommy Lee Wallace would have still come up with something that was equally frightening as the white mask we know and love today. I mean, hey, if he can transform a William Shatner mask into that, think about what he could do with an Easter Bunny mask, or a Santa Claus mask, or a leprechaun mask.
Garth, I'm the leprechaun! Cool it, okay.
And In regards to the other holiday horror films such as Black Christmas, My Bloody Valentine, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Terror Train, New Year's Evil, etc., I love all those films. Some of them may be cheesy and lacking in substance and overall quality, but I find them to be entertaining little gems all their own regardless. But I will say this, you put Michael Myers in any other kind of mask that pertains to any other type of holiday, and you better believe that that movie would still be a better film than any of the ones I just listed. The story and presentation of Halloween is just that good. It already overshadows every other Halloween-themed film. If it were titled Christmas, it would overshadow every Christmas-themed horror film. And the same would apply to Easter, or New Year's, or Valentine's Day, or Arbor Day, Independence Day, etc. Etc., etc. Independence Day, and so on and so forth. Halloween is just such a juggernaut that it could very well transcend its own thematic holiday in favor of any other. I know there's probably a lot of you out there thinking, well, you could just switch out the holiday of any of these holiday-themed films, and they would still be just as good. Would they, though? Would they? I guess it's possible, but in my opinion, Halloween is the only capable chameleon in this argument. So, in closing, what do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments section whether or not you think Halloween would have had the same impact and legacy had it been an Easter, Christmas, or any other holiday-themed film besides Halloween itself. Let's talk about it. Oh, and one more thing, a sort of a PS note for you all. I am very aware that Black Christmas came out before the original Halloween and was somewhat of an inspiration for John Carpenter while making Halloween. So before you hit the comments section trying to be clever, I know, we all know, we get it. Have a good night. Funny how?
I'm the leprechaun.
Stop it, all right?
Don't try and steal me, Potico.